Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very good morning to my beloved lecturer, Sir Yahya, and my fellow friends. Back in 2005, students in Malaysia used to learn math and science subjects in English, either they are from primary school or secondary school. They even took their examination in English for UPSR, PMR, and even SPM. So today, I would like to talk about the advantage and disadvantage of learning mathematics and science subjects in English. In my opinion, learning math and science subjects in English, math and science based subject in English can bring more advantage than disadvantage for students, especially for them who plan to further their study overseas or even in local university. First of all, let's look to the first advantage of learning math and science subjects in English. Learning math and science subjects in English helps in some way to improve students' capacity in English language. And Bakri Musa 2002 in his book states that to compete effectively in K economy, Malaysians must be fluent in English, science literate, and mathematically competent. This show that to compete with other country in K economy, Malaysians need to learn English and have great skills in English. And also science literate and mathematics. Learning math and science subjects in English also helps students who wish to further their study abroad, because even at the international level, if you either you go to English country or even if you, as example, you go to Japan, they will use English as their language, even not fully in English, but they will have English subjects, English language. You must have English. You must have a good skill in English. As English nowadays is used as the medium of communication with other people. For example, if you go to Japan and you cannot talk well in Japanese, you can use English, and hopefully they will understand your English to communicate with them. You cannot use Malay because that's even worse, you know. Let's move on to the next point. Learning math and science subjects in English helps students to look up in English written encyclopedias and make use of the internet to discover new things from that. Students will have a huge problem in finishing their assignments if they don't have good skills in English, because encyclopedias nowadays mostly are in English. Even the internet, even if students nowadays not using encyclopedias anymore, they need to use the internet, and most of the content in the internet are in English. So having a good skill in English will help them understand the text fully. That makes them easier to study their course. It also makes them easy to complete their assignment, because most of universities nowadays, the local universities or the international universities are using English as their main subjects. as their main language. Uh, for example, from my experience, in UPM we used to study math subjects in English, different from what I learned in secondary school. We used to learn maths subjects in Malay, and this bring difficulties to me to in understanding those maths term. Besides, learning math and science subjects also help students build better understanding of simple math. As I mentioned earlier, uh, maths and science subjects nowadays are using English language as their main medium, because most of the history of math and science subjects are given in English. Having a good skill in English um, makes them understand easier of the math and science term. Even textbooks nowadays also using English language, and only few of them using bilingual language, uh, which is Malay and English language. It makes the student understand special maths and science term better, such as talking about math term, such as differentiation and integration. And even if we study biology, they will have a lot of term in English, such as internal organs such as tongue, alveolus, etc. Other than giving advantages, learning math and science subjects in English also can give us disadvantages. Us here not just for students but also the lecturers and the teachers. Because my first point for the disadvantage of learning math and science subjects in English is veteran teachers with no basic in English will have big issue. If we continue this program, the veteran teachers who used to study math and English subjects, especially for math and science teacher, they will forced to learn their subjects again, and most of them are even too old to learn new things in their life. That makes them difficult to learn a new language, a new term for their subjects. This may make teachers convey wrong terms or even stuck at Malay terms, such as for what I mentioned previously, the maths term, differentiation, integration. Those terms are different from the Malay language. So let's move on to the next disadvantage. Learning math and science subjects in English may cause difficulties to students in rural areas, as they are not familiar with English language. Different from students in town, in city, they will have the board write in English, but in rural areas, they usually the signboard there are in Malay, so it makes them not familiar with English. Besides, if we see, the Selangorian will have a better understanding understanding English because English is their second language. First they already know the Malay language, and they need to learn the second language, which is English. But if we talk about the Kelantanis, the Sabahan, Sarawakians, and the other states, they born to talk in their language. For example, the Kelantan will talk in their own language, in Kelantanis. This, and then they will learn the formal Malay in schools, and also they will need to learn English language in schools. This makes them need to learn 3 language and make English their third language. And this phenomena will bring difficulties to them, as they need to learn something new. They need to learn something new to learn other new things, because they need to learn English first, understand better in English, and then after that they will continue to learn math and science subjects in English. Other than, they also need to learn Malay, right? Other than Selangorians and Johorians students, they will only need to learn English. They will also learn Malay, but Malay is easier to them as it is their main language. Besides, this also makes them lost interest in learning math and science subjects. We are very afraid that this program will makes them lost interest, or even afraid to learn math and science subjects, as they are not having a good skill in English. Because learning math and science subjects in English makes them need to learn English first. If they don't have a good skill in English, how can they understand the math and science term? Because learning those subjects in English makes them having a hard time in their life, especially in their school life. This even worse. This program will, what we say, makes them lost interest to study or further their study in universities. They will stop at secondary school just for taking their SPM, and then they will stop study and go to work. We're afraid this will happen to them, as information, and then learning is compulsory for your human right. Alright, that's all for advantages and disadvantages of learning math and science subjects in English. We can as a conclusion, learning math and science subjects can help students in some way to improve their capacity in English language, makes them having makes them having a better experience in finishing their assignment if they further their study in universities. Learning those subjects also helps students build better understanding of simple math and English, but learning those subjects in English also makes veteran teachers with no basic in English will have big issue and problem, and cause students from rural areas having difficulties and hard times in studying math and science subjects. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you.